Mike Leach, the master of the spread offense, a quarterback making machine, and also he's a pirate. Not just pirate, he's an immortal pirate. Yes, we lost Mike Leach not too long this past weekend. He died on Monday of a heart condition. And let me tell you something, he is one of the greatest coaches, offensive minds ever in college football. You want to talk about taking college football by storm? He created single-handedly created the spread offense. He can spread your defenses out and have nightmares for the week to come to face him. He is very tough to prepare for. Not only that, he makes the players that fit into the system. If they don't fit in the system, he fit them anyway and make them unbelievable and take them to new heights they never thought they'd believe. He have created great quarterbacks over the years. He started as an offense coordinator, quarterback coach for Kentucky. Then he went to Oklahoma. Then he went to Texas Tech, and I've known him for Texas Tech. He created Graham Harrell in a combination of Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree when Texas Tech was at its peak. I mean, that was how good he was. He is unbelievable. When he was the coach for Texas Tech, 10 consecutive winning seasons, 8 consecutive seasons with at least 10 wins, 4 seasons with at least 9, 1 season with 11 wins, 9 consecutive bowl appearances, 5 bowl wins, most by individual coach in the history of the program. 4 seasons completed with the team in the ranked top 25. 1911 record in state conferences, against their rivals Baylor, Texas, and Texas A&M. In 2008, he was a Big 12 Coach of the Year, AP Big 12 Coach of the Year, Big 12 Coach of the Year in '08. He had multiple award winners under his program, not just in Texas Tech, but both schools later, Washington State and Mississippi State. He coached Cliff Kingsbury, Wes Welker, Michael Crabtree, Graham Harrell, B.J. Simons. All these guys won awards under Mike Leach. Most all-time winningest football coach in Texas Tech history. Then you go to Washington State, 2015 Pac-12 Coach of the Year, 2018 Pac-12 Coach of the Year, 4 consecutive winning seasons. First coach to win 11 games in Washington State history. While he coached at Washington State, he took him to a top 10 finish at the end of the season. And he has 2 bowl wins. When he coached at Mississippi State, he was the first coach to win against a top 10 ranked team in his coaching debut. Broke the SEC record and school record in passing yards in a single game. That's what he does. He has a knack of having so many yards, and the players that can have so many yards. He had a knack of creating big-time players in his spread offense. He played high school football, but he did not play in college or in NFL. But he was the assistant for Bob Stoops in Oklahoma and Hall Hume for Valdosta State in Kentucky. But under him, and these are the coaches he coached, either football players or on his staff that was under his service and learned from Mike Leach himself. And this is who it is. And these are big names. We're going to do the important names. Dave Aranda of Baylor. You know how he turned around Baylor. Art Biles. Sonny Dykes. You know how they are in TCU. They're awesome with Max Duggan this year. Dan Holgerson. Lincoln Riley. Neil Brown. Josh Heupel. Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, those are some big-time names under the coaching staff of Mike Leach. Took him under his wing, either on their coaching staff or as a player. That's how much an impact Mike Leach had. Not only because it was on the field, he was good off the field. He had an unbelievable reputation as a good guy. His press conferences were like no other. And you sit there and you see all these press conferences, all these coaches are boring. They are really boring, and they give you injuries and stuff like that. Mike Leach is an out-of-the-box guy. He can take a room, has nothing going, and he's the life of the party inside that press room. He will say the craziest stuff. He has anything to say about anything. He's that guy, like he say something random, and it's just automatically funny. I mean, that's how much of a good guy he is. He has that culture in the locker room. He can make friends with anybody. He never really had trouble at all under any school he ever coached with, except for the Craig James thing. We're not going to talk about it in this video, especially in his death. I mean, he was just a great guy. He knew what he was doing. He's the first guy, and probably, if he ain't the first, he's one of the most important guys. He never played a down in NFL or college. He went to school being a lawyer. He's an F it. Fuck it, man. I'm just going to be a coach for football. I'm going to coach these guys to be the best they can be in football. And he did that. He can be anything you put your mind to. He did that. He's the guy that can do that. He's the one that told anybody you can do anything you can put your mind to. And he did. And he talks about pirates. He is the immortal pirate. Forever. There is nobody in the history of college football or NFL ever or any lifetime going to be like Mike Leach. That's how much of an impact he had in the game of football. With creative offenses to the great press conferences he come up with. He can make the room full of darkness into bright lights just because of his actions and who he is. He's that great of a guy. Nobody can be like Mike Leach ever in the game of football or life. Nobody can be like Mike Leach. And he gives great marital advices or any advice about cooking or stuff like that or family problems. He has one of the greatest and funniest advice as a parent or anybody, a friend. He gives the greatest advice. But we're surely going to miss him. No one's going to be like another Mike Leach. Never in the history of football or life. There's not going to be another Mike Leach just like him. He's unbelievable. But tell me what you think in the comments down below. Put your favorite memory of Mike Leach in the comments down below. Share with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Put a like at the end of the video. And check out the links in the description down below of the NFL shop. And complete your Christmas shopping and get the greatest gifts from the NFL shop. But I'll see you in the next video.